Hello and welcome to this video tutorial on styling. My name's Anthony and I'm going to be taking you through all the things you need to know about styling your application in Fixflow. In this video we'll be looking at styling both at the object level and the global level and looking at the associated pros and cons of each approach. We'll also cover off the order in which styles get applied, so we can see how to override existing styles and build up our styles for our applications. So let's get started. Here we have our example dashboard, and on it we have 5 areas. If I select any one of these areas, that will open up its properties, and from here we can start to apply styles. The first area we have is style settings. Here we are presented with options that are in drop-down boxes such as the border style, or we can choose from a pick box such as the colour, and here I'll apply a background style of orange. Now these style settings are what we call object level changes, and these object level styles only apply to the selected object. Now we have more styles that are available to us, and these can be applied using the CSS properties. Here we can use any CSS tag we like, so for example I'll use margin and apply this to our object. And we'll see here that our object now has a 10 pixel margin. Now object level styles are very useful. They can be applied quickly, they'll directly override all other styles. They're also very useful when it comes to developing styles, because it enables you to develop your style first of all in isolation and then take it to a global level. The downside to these styles is that the styles must be recreated to be reused. So to apply this margin to all of those other areas, I'd need to recreate it 4 times. And it's for that reason that they're more difficult to update en masse across an application. So here we've only got one screen, but you can imagine if we had several screens, this would be quite a time-consuming activity. For that reason, we have something we call global level styles. And these come in the form of shared styles. Are reusable, they provide a consistent look and feel, and styles can be updated in a single place, and that will propagate out across the whole application. So for example, all of our areas share this demo area style here. If I open this up, any changes that I now make to this will be applied to all of our areas. So here, if I come down to our CSS properties, I can add a property by using the green plus button. Alternatively, I can drag in our style from the right hand side. And now we can see that change has been applied to all of our areas. So it's very easy to see that the global level changes are very useful. The thing to consider when you're dealing with global level styles is that they will require more testing, as they can be used in multiple locations. So you'll need to check that your changes that you've made or any updates that you've made don't have a detrimental effect somewhere else. Now if we reopen our shared style, what you may notice is we already have a background colour applied, and it's that teal colour. Yet our first area doesn't have that colour applied, it has the orange. And the reason for that is that the object level styles will always override global level styles. So let's take a look at how that works in practice. The first styles that get applied are the shared styles. These styles are at the global level and are applied in order, and the styles cascade down, with each style adding to the previous one. If there are any conflicts, the style that's the lowest down the list is the one that will take precedence. Next we have the CSS properties. These are object level styles and are applied in order in the same way that the shared styles are, so they cascade down their list. Third, we have our style settings. Again, these are object level styles, and these are applied directly to an object using the Fixflow settings as we've seen. Next, we have conditional formatting. The way that conditional formatting works is that it uses these shared styles. However, there is a condition that must be true in order for that style to be applied. And finally, we have position settings, and these can be seen in the properties, and again these are object level, and these values are entered directly into the fields that they apply to. So for example, you can set a direct width or height. Before we finish, let's take a quick look at a conditional formatting rule. Here we have a button on our dashboard, Update, and that has a conditional formatting rule, which means that if on our form the UID is empty, then we'll apply the style hidden. What this is used for is to show and hide a button depending on whether a record is selected or not. If you'd like to know more about creating expressions, you'll find some useful information in the help. That concludes this video on styling. Thanks for watching.